Though my favourite thing at Cornell was probably all the Jewish festivals. It was something that was really new in my life, and I have a lot of memories of Yom Ha'atzmaut and Shavuot and all these new festivals to me, and celebrating them with my friends.
I feel like we did my favourite part inside was the baking, and every Friday we used to bake colours, and it was very fun. I think all my friends would agree.
I used to always sing Shabbat songs, and I remember holding up the Torah, the mini Torah, for my first time, and that was a really significant moment in Cornell for me.
Probably be the tree behind me. We always used to call it the fairy tree, and it had this stump on it that looked like a door, and we always knocked on it hoping that fairies would one day come out.
I think it was art because I like playing with all the beads, because all the beads are colourful and colours are my favourite thing to play with. Well, I did a drawing up there on the mountain. It's about butterflies and a tree, and this is also my artwork.
One thing that I learned in Cornell is that you can always belong. Even if I didn't feel comfortable, or if I wasn't excited to do the activity that we were doing, I always felt that I belonged, and the teachers helped me feel connected to everybody else.
A few years they brought in silkworms and chickens, baby chicks, and I remember sitting there with the little chicks in my hand, and it was always really fun.
My earliest memory at Cornell was sitting at a desk in the Cornell Centre over there, and I was on a cardboard computer I had made with my cousin, and we would pretend emailing each other, and we had our own paper business cards, and we thought we were so professional.
And it's a really good reminder of all the special memories that I've had here at Cornell. It brings a lot of joy when I look through it and I see my progression from little stick figures to people with hair and using different materials. Yeah, so it's a nice memory.
And I mostly grate up the rock where she gets the water. And I put the rock into the water and give it a little stir. And then I get a paintbrush, dip the paintbrush in, and then I get it on my hand and I draw something on my hand and it works.
I also loved learning Hebrew with the Hebrew teachers there as well.
Okay, so at lunchtime I remember going with Sophie, and we used to hide in a little bush, right? And we used to pretend we were flying in an aeroplane, and she'd be my co-pilot and I'd be the pilot. And the bush had these twigs coming out, and we would use them as a steering wheel, and we would pretend we were going left to right, and that we were dodging all these birds, and we were flying through clouds. That would be my favourite memory.
I also remember inside and how everyone was just playing together, and I was interacting with a lot of the boys, and it wasn't like anyone was left out.
In the sand pit, I always used to make mud pie with the bowls inside next to the area, and we used to always get water with a little plastic truck, and used to sell it up in the outdoor kitchen area to all of our friends, and it was really fun.
I always had this blanket I had when I was born, which I called my bye-bye.
I think I did have one blanket. Yeah, it was a blue blanket. I don't actually think it had a name, it was just a blanket.
So my favourite toy that I brought to preschool every day, his name is Lovey, and still stays in my bed to this day. And I would bring him to Cornell every single day, thumb in my mouth, Lovey in hand.
2, 3, 4. Oh, no, 4.